Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. They're tuning in or watching after the fact. Just wanted to film a quick kind of live first impressions of the new Good putter that I got today. So I just ordered this whenever they did their internet release a few days ago. It actually shipped pretty quickly. So obviously the one I have here is their mallet putter, which is kind of like the Odyssey number 7 putter. So it comes in a 35-inch um, only option. I didn't even see left-handed available, but obviously, as you'll see, I'm right-handed, so I pick up the right-handed putter. And you can also see on the bottom here that the mallet putter is 370 grams. So even for a mallet putter, that's a pretty heavy putter head. So the initial impressions that I got, especially with the stock grip kind of being a slim uh, pistol grip, is that it's a little bit unbalanced for me. So I usually game the Superstroke Traxxon Tour 2.0. And I use you can't see it because I have a golf pad tag in it, but I have the 50-gram counterweight in the top, so that helps kind of um, even out the putter. So this head, is pretty similar in comparison at about 375 grams. My Toulon garage putter that I normally play it with. So that's just the only thing that I've noticed so far. Not having that counterbalance in the grip on a 370 gram mallet head um, is not something that I'm used to. But all that said, the putter feels great. Feels very well made. The milling on the front of the face is very well done. Super fine milling. The shaft almost reminds me of the ones that you get from Odyssey, the Stroke Lab. Feels like a lighter weight kind of carbon fiber esque shaft as opposed to a steel shaft. So it definitely kind of feels high quality. But just the initial thought after playing with the putter for a little bit is that if I were to game it, I would probably put the Superstroke putter grip on there as well with the 50-gram counterbalance. But let's roll a few putts here and see uh, how we do. Like I said, the 35-inch was the only option, and it admittedly a little bit long for me. I normally play a 34-inch putter, so gripping down pretty significantly on it. And if I stand over the ball like I normally do, it sometimes catches on my the quarter zip that I have on right now, or the shirt if it's sagging down. So I just try to stand a little bit taller. But again, talking modifications that I would probably make if I were to play this putter more seriously or try to put it in the bag, I would probably cut it down to 34 inches in addition to kind of getting uh, the Traxxon Tour grip on it. But I mean, as you can see, hopefully it's coming across okay on the video. The ball off the putter rolls pretty nicely. It's a pretty firm feel off the putter face, firmer than I'm used to actually even with the Toulon. Because again, this is a milled finish, but as you can see, it kind of reminds me a little bit of I don't know how well that's coming across, but kind of reminds me a little bit of the Scotty Cameron kind of style milling. If you've seen that, kind of like their found their Phantom line. Is what I've kind of played or tried at least most recently at the Golf Galaxy. But in comparison, again, I'm not sure how well it's going to come across on the video or the stream, but in comparison to the Toulon milling, they use this kind of diamond texture that gives it kind of a soft feel and soft sound off the face of the putter. So it kind of feels very soft for a milled face as opposed to something like the White Hot insert. But so all that to say that the milled face of the good putter feels to me and sounds like very clicky, very firm. But I think that's just because I'm used to playing kind of that intentionally softer feeling milling finish face on the Toulon. But again, after kind of playing with this a little bit today, there we go. A couple rolls in, we finally got the perfect putt. It's definitely it's something that for me I think would take getting used to. But even just the short time that I've had it, the few hours today, definitely feels very responsive off the face, and seems like it gets the ball kind of rolling well as soon as you strike it. So overall, definitely liking the putter. I think if I made those modifications that I was talking about, would certainly kind of be in contention for potentially putting in the bag for this year. So yeah. So the initial impressions, I'll kind of roll a couple more putts here, and I don't know again, I say first impressions because I don't think I would call this a full-on review unless I put it in the bag and played a few rounds on course with it. And to do that, I would probably make those modifications that I was talking about, and admittedly would kind of recommend it for everyone. I understand why, the length thing in particular, they picked kind of the stock only option of 35 inches because, given that this is something that space that they're trying to break into, they didn't want to, I don't think, contend with all of the different shaft length options to try to stock, which is understandable. So happy that I actually got one of the putters on their release, since when they did the live in-store, I wasn't able to make it to Dallas as I live here in the Pittsburgh, PA area. So happy and thankful that I finally got my hands on one. There we go, 2 perfect putts. Finally happy that I finally got my hands on one and didn't have to pay a premium on eBay. So yeah, first impressions, pretty impressed once I got used to kind of the different feel in comparison to the putter that I'm used to playing. Definitely feels like a premium finish, and I don't think the price for the mallet putter was about $340, which in comparison to some of the other kind of premium brand putters that you'll see out there from Toulon or from Scotty Cameron, paying it's a little bit cheaper in comparison to them, but certainly doesn't feel like it delivers a cheaper quality putter. So I think, there we go, 3 perfect putts. So I think if I made the modifications, would certainly kind of put it in the rotation maybe as the gaming putter. So if I do decide to do that, I'll follow up with a more in-depth review. But I'll roll a few more putts here. But yeah, it's kind of the initial first reactions, kind of my thoughts so far with having the putter for a mere 6 hours, 5-6 hours maybe. Definitely worth checking out if they continue to do some occasional drops as they make new batches. I would certainly recommend you pick one up and try it. The risk is pretty minimal, as if you missed out the drop and you happen to find your way on eBay, you'll see they're selling for well over their kind of stock retail price on the Good site. So if you buy one, you try it, decide that it's not for you, you'll definitely get your money back, at least if you decide to sell it on the used market. But I think if you tried one out, you would probably feel the same way I do, in that definitely feels like a premium quality putter. And if you don't have a premium quality putter already, definitely worth taking a serious look at. Okay, there we go, 4 perfect putts. But yeah, I don't know how well the roll is picking up on the camera, but like I said, even though it's a kind of a firm and clicky feel off the face, the benefit, I guess, to that, or seeming benefit to that, more probably a feel thing than anything, is that it does get the ball rolling very quickly, very smoothly, fast. I think in comparison, here I'll take a couple couple strokes here with the Toulon. I'm not sure how well the sound for sure is gonna pick up on video, but it feels a little bit softer, a little bit more muted tone off the face. Still rolls pretty well, but definitely a little bit of a different roll to my eye and to my to my feels, for lack of a better phrase, than the good putter. Feels easier to, or feels like it would be easier to kind of have more controlled, shorter putts, I think, with the Toulon, with the softer feel. Feels like with the good putter being the kind of the firmer, as I say, clickier sounding putter, it would, I feel like the risk is that run it by the hole a little bit. Maybe that's why we saw Grant historically and others hit so many firm putts that would lip out or run past the hill. But yeah, definitely way more impressed than I thought I would be with the putter. Not to say that Gugu would put out a bad quality putter, but just being their first kind of entry into the market, definitely kind of surprised at the quality and the results, almost with the fifth perfect putt there. The results that I'm seeing as the play with it, at least indoors here in my putting mat, perfect conditions. So yeah, I think it's definitely something that I would invest there we go, 5 perfect putts. Invest a few extra bucks and maybe get it trimmed down an inch, put that Traxon Tour on it with the counterbalance. And I think it's definitely a contender to go in the bag for 2023. Oof, a little short there. So yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on it. If you were able to pick one up, let me know how you're liking it, or if you weren't able to pick one up, let me know kind of the vibe that you're a little firm on that one, the vibe that you're seeing from everyone else. Is it something that's enticing you to try to pick one up in the next drop, or you think it's a pass for you? If you have any questions or comments, feedback, anything like that, be sure to leave a comment on whatever platform you're watching on, or certainly send me a message on Twitter or Instagram. If you stuck around this long and you haven't noticed the link in the description, I am giving away a sleeve of Vice golf balls. Hopefully you can see in the shot here the giant stack that I have, giving a sleeve of Vice golf balls away every 2 weeks. If you just go to golf-hobbyist.com/giveaway and enter the giveaway through the various options that way, you'll be entered in for the drawing, like I said, running every 2 weeks through 2023. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in whatever platform be your preference, and we'll end it there on another perfect putt. So thanks for tuning in or watching the video after the fact, and